We did it. Zero to $1,000 side hustling from absolute scratch in 38 days. It's day 38 of this challenge. And throughout the series, I think we made 7 or 8 videos. Got here just over a month. I wanted to do it in under a month, but here we are in 38 days. So definitely had some big flips in this challenge. So let's throw the counter up. We're at 575 and 98 cents. So still far away from it since our last update that was 5 days ago. Let's go over some of the sales in the last 5 days in this video. And you guys remember, I found this, which is like a $400 item that we'll get into in this video and see how we go to 575 in the last 5 days to 1,000. Okay, before we get into that, one last Goodwill bins trip for $6.22. We got one DVD for 69 cents. And then everything else was only £3. So let's get into that. Okay, Nike running tank. This was a quick flip actually, which we'll get into. I got this Squishmallow new tag that might be somewhat rare. This is pretty cool. London Olympics Adidas polo. We got this DVD set, I guess, that's brand new. This was a good find. Already sold also that we'll get into. I sold some of these kind of lower than I would have normally for the challenge. Downton Abbey, if you guys know it. This thing's crazy, but sold for way under what do they go for. But there weren't that many sold, so I thought I'd do it. Got this beanie. That's like a $20 used beanie, honestly. Okay, then another good pickup here. These were all in like a box. They're Nokia brand, like office characters. Definitely a quick flip. These already sold too. I lotted them up. I think it's almost a complete set. Could have sold them individually for more over time, but pretty good sale on those. And then this was a good find. Sheets, which are even cheaper by the pound. I forget what they charge you by the pound for like blankets and sheets, but Goosebumps, like vintage sheets, super cool. Forget what they sold for, but we'll find out in a second once we hop into the eBay. Some of these things already sold, like I said. All right, so some eBay sales. I believe these pills were last video and Nightmare on Elm Street. There's the offer up, which we'll get into. I didn't know that was going to pop up right there on the big ticket item. Here's that Nike tank. Sold for $40 plus $6 shipping. It's like a vintage Nike tank that I showed you guys. And then this figure actually wasn't part of the challenge or this tie. The Yellowstone DVDs, if you remember that from last video, those already sold for $30 plus shipping. Baseball card's not part of it. SpongeBob is part of it. I don't know. I couldn't find that, I guess, but it's probably, I don't know. I had listed it for $50. I got an offer for 22. I didn't see any of them on eBay sold or listed. So I don't know. Maybe I could have got more, but 22 for a quick ship. That was from the bins. I don't know. Maybe I think I packed it. I put it in like the packaging already or something, but so that was a decent one. This thing is really annoying. Can we get rid of that? And then Aaron Rodgers, okay, that wasn't part of it. Here's that DVD set that I showed you, 69 cents. Haven't shipped it out yet. Another sports card. This Stussy hat that we got last video, listed it for 40. Took an offer of 33 to get it out of here. Here's the Goosebumps sheets, $20. Buyer paid $8.60 in shipping. There's a Downton Abbey. I could have got more for that too, but accepted an offer of 15. Here's the Nokia Office archetypes, and yeah, all 4 of them. So $40 there. Okay, so as we were going along, you heard and saw the counter. Those were after eBay fees and after how much I have to pay to ship them out. So already on the week, we made $185 minus the 6 from the Goodwill bins purchase. So already a great flipping week, already our second best flipping week. Let's move into the online course. Last video did pretty well, so we actually got 2 course sales here. So we got to go equals 350 times 2 sales, and that's $7 on the counter. Plus we had another Udemy sale for $4.11, so $11.11 on the online course. Overall, the online course, I think it was worth it. I don't know if I said early in the video, but I think in this whole challenge, working in 38 days on this side hustle, I probably spent 20 hours, and that doesn't include making the YouTube videos though. If you include that, it's maybe closer to 40, because editing and recording these YouTube videos is a lot of work actually. But the online course, it probably took me like 5 or 6 hours, honestly, to make. And through YouTube, getting 400 or less views on all my videos, I thought these videos were going to get more views, honestly, and I probably would have made more with the online course. But overall, the $5 course actually sold out. Those were the last 2 spots. Actually, there might be one more spot for the $5 course on Teachable. But, you could sell a cheap course that has a lot of great information. I talked about my 5 passive income sources that made me thousands of dollars a month for $5, like crazy price for an online course. And even with a really small following, you can make $56 in just over a month. And, I don't expect to make that every month with this now, but it's probably just going to go to Udemy. But still on Udemy, I probably made like $15 this month. So that's going to keep moving forward. So I think it's worth it. They're worth the 5 or 6 hours for continuous income as well on Udemy. And I could continue to push that, I guess, in my further YouTube videos if I wanted to. Okay, then Amazon, we did have a BN Link sale for 44 cents. We had a placard sale for 8 cents and a toothbrush sale for 25 cents. So that in total is just 77 cents over the last, I guess, just 4 days here. But, last week you got almost 11. The week before that, almost 16. So I bet over the next 3 days we could make a handful more of dollars with this. But our total's at 767. We haven't added the big guns yet here either. And that's because I actually haven't sold this yet. So if you guys are on eBay, let me know what you think about this. I'm still recording my screen here. And this is basically the offer that I've gotten twice now. $300. It's listed for $369. There's 5 watchers, a bunch of views. This person lives in Korea, so I have to ship it to Korea. I know eBay does do international shipping. This person only has 2 reviews on their eBay store. And they keep sending me a message, something like this. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to accept it yet or not. It's been less than a week since I've had this thing, so I might just hold out to wait for an American buyer with an offer around 300. Or, I guess they might just go for it and buy it at 369, and then I would have to send it to Korea. But on high-ticket items like this, it just gets me worried that something's going to go wrong shipping it to South Korea. And then I'm going to be out this like $400 item essentially. But for the challenge, we're going to count this because I could literally click 2 buttons right now and make like $300. So generally it's 12% off from eBay fees. So really if I accepted this for 300, I would be getting 264. So adding 264, we are at the $1,000 mark in profit for this challenge. $1,031. And if you guys remember from some of the old videos, I was tracking the current inventory I had and the sold inventory, but it just got to be too much, so I haven't put a lot of that in, but we still have a ton of inventory from all of these flipping purchases over here. We spent nearly $200 to buy stuff to flip for this challenge, and we made over $1,100 in flipping revenue profit. That was 93% of our profit here. Patreon, which I shut down after Week 4, was less than 1% of our profit. The online course was over 5%, which is pretty impressive. And then the drop shipping was almost negative 3%. I thought I had a good idea for a store. Ran some ads, just nothing happened. Decided to give up on it. And then Amazon reviewed came in at just over 3%. So I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge, and it's a whole series. So if you are just watching this one, go back and watch the first episode. Watch them all through. Definitely had some good weeks and some bad weeks. 2 really big flips, but a ton of flips in general. Definitely made some good progress with the online course and the Amazon review business, which honestly for that business, I don't think I've done anything in like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks for that. But it continues to print money, and actually in real life, I make like almost $10 a day with that full business. This is just stuff I reviewed basically that I got from the Goodwill bins or Goodwill. And just a final parting word of advice. If you're going to go for something like this and want to make money as fast as possible, I think flipping stuff online is going to be your best route here to make money fast. I mean, actually the best way is probably to get a job at like a fast food place or somewhere that'll just take you really quick and start paying you by the hour. But if you want to do it yourself and a side hustle, I think flipping stuff is the way to go. You saw in this video, a lot of times I took less than market value just to get the inventory out of here. Like, especially in this last video, a lot of that stuff I sold that we went over that I just got at the bins, I was taking like 60 to 70% of what they actually sell on eBay, just because I wanted to make the profit fast. And when you're buying stuff at the bins for $6, sure, I'll take $15 for that Downton Abbey thing. Sure, I'll take $40 for a tank top. Sure, I'll take $20 for this DVD set that was selling for like almost $40. So things like that, just to get your business rolling, the revenue, the profits in. So those are just the last parting words of advice. Click on these videos at the end screen. It'll take you to the very first episode or the one right before this if you missed it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Subscribe to the channel. Let's keep it going. I'm going to keep rolling with these kind of side hustle business videos. So stay tuned on the channel for more very soon.